You may have heard that we will be getting a new schedule for the upcoming school year. There are many students, teachers, and administrators involved to ensure that the new schedule will work out for everyone. A lot has been taken into consideration, but nothing has been set in stone just yet. We talked to some of the people involved to get a little more information about how your classes will pan out next year.
The committee was formed to get the students' input on certain issues relating to the school's schedule or teachers or classes, ideas just around that.
So every year, the high school and middle school and pretty much all of our schools have to think about the schedules that they want to run. And that's a really complex process that I don't know if everybody knows all the things that are considered in that. And that, first and foremost, the number one thing is making sure we have enough instructional minutes. I think the research is very clear that the more minutes students spend with highly qualified teachers, the more successful that they are. So we try to maximize those minutes. The state also requires that there's certain numbers of minutes that we have to be in session for each course, particularly in the high school, in order to grant credit. And then we also have attendance issues because some of our funding coming into the district rolls off of those instructional minutes. So that's the whole side of it that's complicated. Less complicated is we have to make sure that we have enough money in the budget to get teachers in all of those classrooms that the schedules would call for. And on this particular campus, it's a lot more challenging because we have two schools on one campus and we have teachers that teach in both buildings. So we have to make sure that any schedules that we run allow teachers and students to move between buildings. Because we also have students who attend more than just one program. They may be going to the SSC, they may be going off campus, and so we have to have schedules that allow for those exit and entry points. It gets very, very complicated.
Yeah, we've been analyzing schedules for years now. Really every year we always analyze, what's most effective in this space for our students and staff. And so we formed a task force last year. We started analyzing what we currently do, looking towards the future, which includes anticipating, numbers of students coming, which are definitely it's gonna be up. The hallways that are now pretty open have some space. Eventually will get more and more crowded, which means we have to look at what we do a little bit differently sometimes. And starting to analyze, okay, we share a building space with middle school and high school, and how can we maximize what we do in both spaces to ensure that our kids get what they need. And so that kind of led the discussion, and ideas start flying. People propose things, and we've looked at a number of proposals, and we're getting closer and closer to a really effective one that can be successful for our kids in this space. And what it takes to change anything, whether it's adding a new class or changing how we do something during the day. It takes education, practice, and some buy-in, but also it takes people being open to giving it a chance. And that's what we're seeking right now. And of course, we're not in the final stages just yet as we continue to meet and discuss. And it's a panel of middle school, high school, central office, tech team, teachers, and my principal's advisory committee. We've talked about it a little bit, but I'd like to get them a little bit more involved too so we can get more student voice.
Stay tuned for more information about the schedule and upcoming videos.